Okay, thank you.
Well, dear webinar participants, I would like to inform you for those who prefer to listen the webinar and today webinar on flexible learning for NEETs, you may listen in Thai language. Please click the Thai interpretations channel or watch the live stream on EEF Thailand Facebook page. Once again, I would like to inform you that for those who prefer to listen to the webinar today in the Thai language, please click the Thai interpretation channel or watch the live stream of EEF Thailand Facebook. Well, warm greeting, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear webinar participants. First of all, on behalf of the organizer, the Equitable Education Fund of Thailand and UNESCO Regional Bank Office in Bangkok, please allow me to thank and welcome all participants of the 13th meeting of the Equitable Education Alliance today, 13th of March 2025. This webinar is organized to address the Asia-Pacific region's ongoing challenges of NEET, not in employment, education, or training. Dear participants, today's webinars, we will feature 3 distinguished speakers to showcase the studies and good practices from the country, national, and local level on the flexible learning modalities, address the needs and support necessary for out-of-school children, youth to continue with their education. My name is Zakki. I'm from UNESCO Regional Office in Jakarta. I'll be happy to be your moderator of today's webinar. Once again, thank you very much for your participations joining this webinar. And then now I will begin to introduce the speaker of today's webinar. And the first speaker would be Mr. Muhammad Fandy Sarjono. Mr. Fandy, he is the Chief Executive Officer of Ibu Foundation in Indonesia. And the second speaker, we have Ms. Shamson Nahar Begum, Deputy Program Manager Campaign for Popular Education or CAMPE from Bangladesh. Welcome, Ms. Shamson, and also Ms. Fandy, welcome. And the third speaker, we have Dr. Panpat Plungsricharoensuk, Head of Lifelong Learning Department, Silpakorn University, Thailand. Welcome, Dr. Panpat. So participants, now we are about to begin our presentations. Today, each speaker will have 15 minutes to share the insightful on the today's topic of our webinars on flexible learning for NEETs. And then now I would like to invite Mr. Fandy Sarjono, the Chief Executive Officer from Ibu Foundation Indonesia. And today, Mr. Fandy is going to talk or to share with us about the out-of-school child and youth, and also Adolescent Girls Initiative in Indonesia. Mr. Fandy, you have 15 minutes.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Good to see you. And yeah, thank you for this great opportunity. My name is Muhammad Fandy Sarjono, and people usually call me Fandy. I'm from Indonesia as a CEO of Ibu Foundation in Indonesia, and a special thanks for EEA, EEF, and UNESCO team for this opportunity. And this is honored to be a part of this event where we come together and will be discuss about the flexible learning for NEETs. Yeah. At Ibu Foundation, we have been relevant work with this event. We have provide education and skill training for all of school children and youth, ensuring they have the opportunity to reintegrate into learning and employment pathways. Yeah, and so today I will share to you all about our experiences in Indonesia, about the flexible learning and several programs that we work for. Okay, but first of all, I will introduce Ibu Foundation. Yeah, Ibu Foundation is one of local NGO in Indonesia. We have a vision to creating a future where all children live, learn, and grow in a safe, inclusive, and resilient environment, supported by youth, families, school, and community. And we work with the 5 pillars and such as youth empowerment and participation, that we believe the youth should be at the forefront of social change through training, mentorship, and capacity building programs. We empower youth to become agent of change and ensuring their voices are heard in decision making that affected to their life and communities. And the second, we also work with the pillars of inclusive community development. Yeah, we know that a truly sustainable society is one that leaves no one behind. We promote inclusive development by ensuring that children from marginalized background, including children with disabilities, those from low income families, those live in disaster-prone area, those have health issues, and those in remote area have equal access to education, healthcare, and also social services. And third, about the social accountability and advocacy. Communities play a crucial role in holding institutions accountable for well-being of children. We are committed to fostering transparency, inclusivity, and accountability in all its programs. We uphold good governance practices and strengthen the collective commitment to child well-being. And the fourth, about the strengthening families, school, and also communities. This include parenting programs, teacher training, mental health support, and creating child-friendly space. By enforcing the role of caregiver and educators, we ensure that children grow up in the safe and enabling environment. And the last pillar is about the partnership and collaboration. Sustainable impact require a collective effort. We actively collaborate with government agencies, civil society organizations, the private sectors, and international agency and partners to drive along change. In this context, from 2020 to 2022, we collaborate with UNESCO on the Out of School Children and Youth, a project to reintegrate marginalized youth into education and equip them with essential skills for employment. In addition, from 2018, we supporting youth to get more opportunity in job readiness, include vocational and training through Skill to Succeed program collaborated with Save the Children Indonesia. And the next, this is our challenge, yeah. The average NEET rate in Indonesia from 2020 to 2024, yeah, approximately is 20.55%. And I try write out the reasons, and the first reason about the education related factor with the high dropout rates. Yeah, many students leave school early due to financial constraints or lack of interest. And we have also mismatch between education and job market needs. Yeah, graduates often lack skill required by industries. And the last, about the limited vocational training opportunities. And the second reason or second factor about the economic factor, such as high youth unemployment. Job competition is intense, especially for fresh graduates. And the second, in informal sector dominance. Many young people work in unstable conditions. For example, they work with the low-paying job without proper per contract. And the last, about the income disparities. Low-income families struggle to support their children to get education and training. And the next factor is about a social and cultural factor. This issue is also related with gender inequality. Women, especially in rural area, face a society expectation to stay at home. And it's about parental dependence. Some youth rely on their family, and also we have lack of motivation or awareness. Some youth do not see the value or further education or skills training. And the fourth factor is about structural and policy related factor. With the limited government support, slow job creation, and bureaucratical barriers. And we know from 2020 and 2021, we facing the impacted of COVID-19. And next, for responding to these challenges, this is several activities, several efforts that have done by Ibu Foundation, collaborated with UNESCO and also Save the Children Indonesia for reducing the NEET rate in Indonesia. The first about the developing individual learning programs for dropout children, such as collecting data and conducting assessment on a student, and also designing personalized learning program in community learning centers, and using learning management system during the time we need to use the online platform during the COVID especially. And the second is about the supporting community learning center, CLC, and also school. Yeah. We also are providing the technical assistance for them. For example, with the grant proposal development, so we can address their challenges based on their needs, based on their needs in the school. And we also provide our distribution the ICT and monitoring ICT usage in each school and CLC. And we also have offering incentive to teacher and student to support education. And the next about expanding digital learning and ICT accessibility. We know that not all children and youth and also teacher are familiar with the digital tools. So we provide the training to how to use the digital tools such as Google Classroom, Zoom, Canva, and etc. etc. And the next, ensuring internet connectivity and device access for online learning. And the last, encouraging the use of interactive learning strategy such as multimedia and gamification. The next, about the community engagement and awareness campaign, conducting social mobilization effort to raise awareness of education's importance, engaging families and communities in education initiative, and strengthening career counseling and employment transition program. And the last of this page will be about the flexible learning and alternative education path, with the implementing online training and blended learning models during the COVID era at the moment, and customizing teaching method based on student needs and background. We know there are diverse of student background here, and the last will be supporting contextual and community-based learning strategy. And in addition, it's points related with our job readiness program in especially in West Java, Indonesia. We provide employability skill training such as resume writing and job application. We provide training on how to create professional CV and cover letter for the youth with disabilities, tailored to industry standard. And we also provide the interview skill, person-to-person coaching on answering common and behavior interviews question to improve their confidence. And the last, we also socialize how the workplace ethics and professionalism. And the next, it's about the entrepreneurship and financial literacy education. We also provide and support youth with disability who have entrepreneur or a small business, and we support them to provide the training in a business model development, branding development, and marketing strategy. And also we provide them about the financial management skill, including budgeting, saving, and responsible spending. And we, as I said, we support their micro business development with one-on-one coaching, including business planning, risk management, and also maybe scaling operation, their small business. And the next, regarding mentorship and job counseling, we also provide the career counseling session, and also mentorship and mentoring from industry and industry professionals. And the interesting one, we also provide psychosocial support for youth with disabilities, and also their families, and also their educator, their teacher in school, to building their confidence and resilience to navigate to facing their current challenge for looking for a job. And the next, about the job linkage services, we are building partnership with companies or with employers, and also we connecting youth with job opportunities with having we conduct the job fair, recruitment event, and networking session. And also we accompany youth with disabilities who internship in several companies, and we provide the mentoring to ensure they can learn in their current internship place. And the next, about the soft skill training, also this is the important thing, we provide several training about the soft skill, such as communication, public speaking, problem solving, teamwork, and also leadership. And the last, maybe this is Zakki already familiar with the backstopping training for employer. And we provide training for employer to increase the inclusive workplace environment. And we also encourage the employers to develop youth-friendly space, youth-friendly workplace policies, and we encourage their HR to recruit youth with disabilities. And this is will be my last page. This is about the leveraging collective commitment through Youth Advisory Council. Youth with disabilities are youth or children, not only as beneficiaries, but also they must be as a program participant. So they must be involved from at the beginning of the program planning, implementation, monitoring, also until the evaluation. So they involved to the whole of the project cycle. So this is we call this is a community-based program. So we have a Youth Advisory Council in West Java. Is a youth with disabilities group who share their collective commitment to advocating their right, particularly in this context of Skill to Succeed program. They serve as a vital platform to empower youth to actively participate in policy discussion and campaign and several advocacy activity to enhancing education, employment, and skill development opportunity. And the last thing, in addition, this program also designed to be climate sensitive. So recognizing that youth employment and skills development must align with environmental sustainability and social inclusion. To achieve this, the program integrates with the GETC, gender equality, disability, and social inclusion, and green mindset training, and also green job training. So this effort ensuring that youth are prepared for a future workforce that is both inclusive and environmental responsible. And this is our documentation. And thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And yeah, back to a moderator.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fandy Sarjono, the Chief Executive Officer of Ibu Foundation from Indonesia. Is very like a comprehensive presentations on the learning approach to the employment and skill approach. Thank you very much, Mr. Fandy. Now we are proceeding to the next presenter. The next presenter is Ms. Shamson Naher Begum. She is Deputy Program Manager of Campaign for Popular Education or CAMPE in Bangladesh. Ms. Shamson, now you have the time to make the presentation.
Thank you so much, UNESCO Bangkok office and the Equitable Education Alliance CFA for giving me the opportunity to sharing the Bangladesh perspective of NEETs. I am Shamson Naher Begum. Now I'm representing Campaign for Popular Education Bangladesh and also SBEC Youth Core Group member. And I would like to share in my presentation firstly in the context of Bangladesh. As you know that Bangladesh is the world's largest centralized education system, creating the more than 403.34 million students, 2,000 of institutions, and more than 1 million teachers. And another thing is Bangladesh ranked 107th according to the SDG report in last year. And Bangladesh has made visible progress to expanding access to primary education, secondary, and TVET also. And our net enrollment is primary level is 97.75, and net enrollment in secondary is 72.20, and technical vocational level it is 18%. We are expecting it will be 30% on 2030. And another thing is COVID pandemic in the continued challenge. If Bangladesh made serious progress of enrollment, but during COVID pandemic in education sector is seriously disrupted. And another context is Bangladesh's July revolution, student people uprising issue related to mental and health and well-being of the this is led by the youths. And another thing is Bangladesh work to school to work transition needs status, and youth has become a worldwide threat to inclusion youth in productive, particularly education and employment. And then another thing I would like to share here that overall employment scenario of Bangladesh in my graph. Here I am not going to is the broader discussion. I would like to share here then 190.30 million working age population, of which is only 73.5 million are participating in job and labor forces, which is 61.2% of working age population. Looking into the distribution by sex, female and lagging behind, while the rural area is obviously ahead because their population and agriculture labor force. And another slide shows here that our population employees is board in service sector is 38%, industry 17%, and the agriculture is higher than another two sector. It is 45% of the sector. And Bangladesh, and I would like to share here the youth participation in Bangladesh. 46 million individual is 15 to 29, comprising nearly 1/4 of country total population as per BBS report, and approximately 2 million young people entering in labor market annually in every year, and 9.6% million, which is the 22% of the population age 15 to 20 belonging to NEETs. They are not in education, employment, and training now. And Bangladesh, another issue is Bangladesh is enjoying demographic dividend, which is may continue up to next decade also. In another graph shows here that net population compared to working population. The net population is 22% of the working age population. However, there are significant difference between male and female, which barrier among different age group. Highest number of the women is not work, employment, and or training belonging age 25 to 23, which is about 28.6%. And another significant gender gap remain in this slide. There are within the net population of female is high, is about 65% of the 15 to 20 years of boys and girls are urban slum faces more significant challenges as shown as graph on the right side, and intensely increase their age among the age group 20 to 22 difference between boys and girls. This study, it is our, this slide shows our study result. It is conducted by CAMPE and Synergosis organization. This slide shows there the pocket area who are living behind in terms of and never enrolled, in terms of dropout for the education in school but not learning, not transition as to primary and post-secondary education, other personal reasons. This is our pocket area who are lagging behind. Ethnic minority group, indigenous groups, poverty-stricken area, LGBTQI, Chor, Howard, Bill, Island, coastal area, domestic worker, young women and girls, madrasa student, formal enclaves, and other, among others. And factor which factor is associated with being the NEET youth population? If we see the individual level factor, it is gender, it is one issue, is low educational attainment, lack of skills and disability, and migration displacement. And one is the critical issue in Bangladesh is climate change vulnerability, as like other countries. And household factor remaining, living in remote area, poor socio-economic conditions, household study and migration and displacement, parental education, and household support for education. A societal or market factor remains lack of services, productive input and networks, skill mismatch with the job market, technological advancements and innovation, and attitude, social norms. And political element is availability of policy and affirmative action for LNOB, resource allocation, quality for inputs, and curricular teaching, learning assessment, stakeholder assessment. And we can address those issues by system approaches, enhance individual capability through education training, and we can address, promote informed decision, strengthen social safety net strategy, and we can address those issues, strengthening school to work transition and also readiness, and strengthening accountability and promote partnership is most important here. Bangladesh government has adopted some policies and taken some initiative, like Bangladesh government adopted its National Education Policy 2017, National Skill Development Policy, and National Youth Policy is under review for upgradation, and National Action Plan, Non-Formal Education Act, and others, among others. And it is in the institutional engagement, Ministry of Education is more main focus of this program, and Technical and Madrasa Education Board, Directorate of Technical Education, Minister of Primary and Mass Education, BNFE, National Skill Development Authority, BTEB, and among others. And 23 ministry was working these issues, and number of projects supported by multilateral agencies like World Bank, ADB, ILO, etc. Bilateral agency, and from the post support, this is our government initiative for in NEETs. And some significant, though government has initiative is lots, but we faces some of the significant challenges because of Bangladesh have lots of policies like other countries, but we have implementation is big problem due to lack of capacity on resources, budget allocation especially. Government has emphasis on TVET by the Ministry of Education 2016 and created separate division of technical education, TMED, like a name TMED, Technical Madrasa Education Board. However, benefit of such bilateral it to be visualized. It is not yet visualized. And technical and vocational education training are often undermined by the stakeholder. That's why we can show our previous slide that is enrollment is 18%, because is it in a this it is undermined by stakeholders. Cost of the technical and vocational is high and the duration is long. So youth, those youth who's from comes from marginalized community, they have not staying here in long time and they cannot pay in long high range of money for the technical vocational. And there are large number of youths working abroad. You can you know that Bangladesh in middle income country, in Middle East, Bangladesh is large number of youths working abroad. They are mostly unskilled and unemployed and uneducated. Stipend program, Bangladesh have in stipend program in school level, especially secondary, but this amount is so short. This is not fulfill their requirement. And technical division action plan has been developed in 1920, but COVID pandemic, it is affected seriously. We do not know the fate of the plan. And Bureau of Non-Formal Education has highly focused on basic literacy, but nominal focus on technical and vocational education. This is need to rethinking about their planning. And National Skill Development Authority has been formed by transforming the NSDC. NSDC has highly level of political leadership, but it is become industry skill form, but academic industry linkage is still weak. This is our big challenges in Bangladesh. There are tension between leadership recognitions of short courses between Bangladesh Technical Education Board and Directorate of Technical Education Skill Authority. There are issue recognition in skill home-based intervention are more visible and urban area. Technical college are mostly urban area. It is located in division or district or upazila. But those who are living in remote area, they cannot go for the, they cannot benefit for these institutions. In terms of my previous slides, I also addressed this. There have no hostel facilities for female or girls student. This is another reason for they are not educating in technical vocational is girls, those who are marginalized community. In this regards, we CAMPE as a National Education Coalition of Bangladesh. We working with government to develop the NEP policy. We also always advocate national and subnational level regarding the issue, and we also import government to support the recommendation provided by Education Watch Report, SDG Spotlight Report, BNR, and other initiative. Engaged with government and personal organization, always we engage government to marginalize issue because of they are always lagging behind for education, training, and employment. And we also contributed in previous 20 years in curriculum development, and it is implementation process. Encourage the member organization to promote gender transformative technical vocational education. And we another initiative CAMPE, and together with SB, we are performing in Bangladesh is 90 district the youth lead action research. It is a grassroots based youth initiative, and we go for the when the research done, we go for higher level management or higher policy makers to their recommendation for follow-up, next follow-up. Organizing modeling program to promote school to work transition, including job fair. We organize regular basis job fair. How can include the marginalized community youth in job market, and liaison with other regional and global thematic networks. And beside the CAMPE initiative, member organization of CAMPE doing lots for the NEETs education, like BRAC and Caritas, Dhaka Asani Mission, UNICEF are campaigning among others to provide alternative learning pathway linking community initiative and local market running mobile technical school and other schools, etc., to providing need populations education, employment, and training. Also provide vocational training, both short and long courses. Operating the community learning center and integrate with government program also promoting online market linkage and among other. All the regional and global level CAMPE works closely and other regional coalitions like SBGC, CCNGO and other CSO networks. And my recommendation in perspective of Bangladesh, it is divided in 4 areas, like system approaches to enhance individual capability through education and training. This is invest in the improved access to flexible learning and strategic and quality formal and non-formal technical vocational education. Ensure quality secondary education because technical vocational ed start from secondary level. So and we need to enhance the secondary education, including technical vocational education, to current the demand of future job market, and sustain effort to out of school children. And this is aligned with PD4, and strengthening learning enhancement initiative to cover the learning loss, because you all of know the COVID-19 is disrupted our education system. So we need to enhance our learning and initiative to the recovering of COVID-19, and embrace of the education technology, promote ICT-based teaching learning program, including teacher development is most important issues here. And another segment is promote
Dr. Shamson, Ms. Shamson, you have one minute to go.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Affirmative action regarding the pocket area, create special provision person with disability, and our extreme arts to increase the budget for education, allocation for budget in education 4 to 6% of GDP and 20% of national budget. And the another thing is most important to promote geo-NGO collaboration, promote quality non-formal education, and also partnership with global and regional level. And curricula is another crucial things for meet that education, training, and employment or those who are not in areas. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shamson Naher Begum, Deputy Program Manager of Campaign for Popular Education, CAMPE from Bangladesh, for the presentation. So we received so many insightful information, also sharing about like how you and the team are doing some good interventions for the out-of-school education in Bangladesh. Dear participants, now we proceed to the next speaker, or the last speaker for today's webinar. We have Dr. Panpat Dr. Panpat Plungsricharoensuk, I'm sorry, Head of Lifelong Learning Department, Silpakorn University, Thailand. Dr. Panpat will share with us on the lesson learned from the 2023 Learning Development for Out-of-School Youth project in Thailand. Dr. Panpat, now you have the floor.
Thank you very much. I am thoroughly honored to be given the opportunity to represent EEF in today. So for my today presentation is a part of an opportunity for me to work with EEF, or we call on the Youth Development Project, which will carry out of last year. Okay, you can see in the presentation that EEF what this I will call like EEF is meant to create equitable education fund. In last year, they have a report that in Thailand, there are more than 2.8 million students athletes are dropping out of education system, with an additional over 1 million having already dropping out, and over 1.4 million young people aged 15 to 24 are categorized as NEETs. However, in this case study that I will showing on you is my experience from working as a knowledge management and support team for the 2023 learning development for our school youth project that funding by EEF in Thailand. And this picture is one of the forum that we call Youth Voice from our school youth story, following the trace of learning what in that voice. Because my I think my duty in this project is also knowledge management and also have some information and knowledge of this project to sharing with the other and society and what we found in the in the project last year. Okay. Who are the youth in the project? Okay. We have like a definition of them in our teams. Some of them we call out of school youth outside the formal education system, youth not currently enrolled in school, or youth not employment, education or training as the topic for today. But we focusing on more than 1,700 young people who joined in our project for last year. What is their problem? Some of them like, the red alphabet is mean biggest of our youth in this project. They have a problem like a poverty. Some of them is ethnic minority. Many of the youth people live in the remote border area, or some of them living in the low income area, metropolis, along highway. So, and we have also teenage parents or teenage mom in this project. We have youth people that they are the victim of the violence, also from their family, from the friends, or from the school and community, and also social media. We have a youth that involved with the juvenile justice system. Some of the children that they are children of the migrant worker and refugee. You may know Thailand, we nearby the Burma. So we have so many students that came out escape for this political issue. We have youth with disability, youth with the drug problem, and youth worker, and also youth in the music industry. So there are so many. You will know it's very complexity, situation, and problem for them. In this, the process of our project, we have some like sharing the experience of the people who came from the learning management unit. We call this. Who is the learning management unit? They will have like they want to work with the children or youth in that community, and they try to find out how to arrange flexible learning for them. And also in this like a key finding from the project, I will come back to this picture again. Okay, before I'm talking about detail of this picture, I would like to talking about this issue. What the page of this presentation is calling up. In the past, across various youth development projects, we set target on what we call achievement for the number of youth participating. But however, many projects that we found that some youth did not participate consistently, or were unable to apply the experience that they gain from the project and go back to solve that problem, or struggle to transfer their knowledge or experience to fit in that situation. And also, what is the important thing that we got with this project? The important lesson that we learned is it would be better if we prioritize the work that to focus on delivering results that address the youth actual needs, rather than focusing on the project being complete on the time, and just counting the amount of youth that participate. So when we're working with the need youth, we should be focused on the question in the blue alphabet. What are the factors that contribute to this youth? Being unable to find work, miss out on educational opportunity, and have no access to training. Working with this, you found that out of school youth, before we decide a flexible activity or learning arrangement for this youth, we may need to ask what cause of them to break out of the educational system or to become another group of youth in this certain need. This is some of the voice, but I'm focusing on this. If you see this, it's like an iceberg. The thing behavior that we found in the out of school or out of student youth, we found that they have a behavior like emotional trauma, affect their learning and behavior. They will have experience educational failure, or no way or nobody to provide emotional support, and lack of motion for self-discovery. Why this is important? I would like to show that the purpose of this piece is to show the experience and perspective of the youth who are trying to cope with that current situation. But the situation and problem of youth is not just a problem of any one youth or a family problem, but it's a problem that root in the structural violence and affect your people and family and community. So that they live in the fragile ecosystem. And also the fragile ecosystem came from the root of structural problems such as social-political economic status, prejudice against the young one being spoiled, making it being naughty or not us. And also some of them living in the environment that have so many risk factors such as that drug addiction or gambling. How we work with this? The reason of that we found that as you can see this and this presentation, you found is some of why of the I recall that the learning unit in this project. They say I want to say that it's very difficult for students. In the highlight, you will see that children do not need just one person, but they need everyone to take care and understand them. So that means the environment influence the growth and development of child and youth. The behavior that we show to our students are partly the result of their interaction with the people, place, or environment in which they live and growing up. What if a friend, family, and school, which should be the place of refuge, turn out to the place that create war, hurt, and destroy hope for living? Causing some students to reflect that. And many people begin to think that interaction with other people is painful and setting hope and a dream become a fantasy. For this, we will see like, if you see this picture, the obstacle that keep you as a need is maybe not just the problem of individual or family. But it's very important that the obstacle that should be to consider like working with address. So what are we work when we want to arrange the learning flexible learning? It means we working to address the barrier or the wall in the green wall that you see on the picture, and working to address the barrier to learning, creating opportunity to facilitate access to learning and design appropriate learning. This is very important. So that means the unit in this project must strengthen network and make the relation between the youth and the environment around them. So we found that the ecosystem is not just a physical space, but also include the social relation. Okay, and can you see on this? So it means it's important to create educational equality will be that when many factors and conditions that barrier. So we're working to deal with the barrier and create opportunity and that support access to learning and design of opportunity of learning this. How to be working on that? We're working with to facilitate the learning and growing of children. So you may have some question that how to work. So this is like a lesson learned from this project that we will be working with the ecosystem and create learning opportunity by 6 steps. Just 6 elements. Yes, understand the context of ecosystem of youth, building build mutual trust, engage with family member, build a new network of friends, and also foster relationship between youth and people in the community and work with ecosystem. Okay, so with this picture, what this is another finding from the project that over past year. When we work with the learning management unit, they try to create flexible learning, but before that, they should to work research and reach out the youth in the community and try to empowerment them, and also working with the ecosystem at family level, community, also in society, work with the connect and partner and networking. It seems like before presentation says social safety net. It seems like that. And also it's very important in this part, safe and creative space. Why safe and why safe and creative space is very important, because you will see that the problem of the children that very complexity. So some of them hiding from us. So maybe we cannot just open the project and give them join us. We have to work with them. We work to work with them. The problem of that surround on them. So this is very important to create this safe space on this, and also, if you believe on that, everyone can learn throughout of life. So the key for today that I would like to press is the increase of the people who are ready to listen and see the life of the needs youth, and the creation of the social awareness. And also, would it be better if we become the part of a safe space and offering support alongside this youth? And the last one, if we can come together, it's the part of the box that we can become the part of the box that may mean flexible learning or co-create education as a safe ecosystem and support the learning and growth of these youth people. It's like such as the message, and that will be found when we entering the EEA Facebook page. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it's grown and not the flower. So we can be the environment that we support our youth to growing up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Panpat Plungsricharoensuk, the head of Lifelong Learning Department, Silpakorn University of Thailand. So thank you very much once again. Dear participants, once again, thank you very much for your participation today. And then we have just completed the presentations from our 3 presenters. And then the first presenter, we have Mr. Fandy from Indonesia, and then we have Ms. Shamson from Bangladesh, and the last presenter we have Dr. Panpat from Thailand. Now our time to have the question and answer. I just would like to remind you, if you have the question and answer, please put that question and your question in the question and answer box or channel in the Zoom, and then you may write down your questions. Now let's start for the first question. We have the question addressed to Mr. Fandy from Ibu Foundation Indonesia. The question is, what are the most crucial factors for a successful interventions for NEETs, particularly from an NGO perspective? As Mr. Fandy is from the NGO, so he has the perspective from NGO. So we are talking now on the most crucial factors for successful interventions. Mr. Fandy, you may respond the question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. What are the most crucial factor for a successful intervention for needs, particularly from an NGO perspective? You know, recently, NGO actually has several challenges to their operation in maybe in several country due to economic condition. But NGO first thing that can as a crucial factor. First thing is how a NGO can collaborate. Yeah, as I said before, to sustainable intervention, we need to collective commitment, so we can engage with not only for the children and their family, but also in their communities and schools, and also government, and also the other NGO. So with a collective commitment, we can work together. We can share our resources, and we can have a sustainable program. So NGO must be not depends on the project. So they can improve their programs sustainable and with the donor or non-donor, because NGO have many friends to do this program. So the crucial factor is to engage more and have a wide collaboration with several NGOs, several stakeholders, so we can that's the thing that can improve the program. Program can sustainable, yeah, from NGO perspective. And the second one is about the how we can implement the project based on the community. So as I said before, the community as not only as a beneficiaries, but also we need to involve them to the start, to the project planning until the end. So the project must be developed, yeah, with the feedback from the community. And the last thing is we can learn about the inclusivity. So that's the three things that I think as a crucial factor for successful intervention, especially for NEETs, particularly from NGO perspective. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fandy. I think this is really good opportunity for us to strengthen our networking with the Equitable Education Alliance. As Mr. Fandy has stressed, that one of the most important thing is by having the networks. So I think Equitable Education Alliance would be one of the networks in which all the NGOs can work together, can strengthen, can support, and also can help each other. Thank you very much, Mr. Fandy. Now we have the second questions addressed to Ms. Shamson Nahir Begum. The question is from, okay, so this is kind of sharing from Brax on work. What are the obstacles in reaching out to these needs? What steps are necessary to take to encourage them to join the training program? So it is kind of like how we can encourage the young people to be part of the training program. Ms. Shamson.
Yeah. In terms of marginalized community, I want to say here the marginalized community and mainstreaming also. We can, our technical vocational education training centers is established in division, district and Upazila level. So we need to establish a union or level on village level. Because of, in terms of technical and vocational education, some courses is long time and some is need the more money. This is not, we cannot address our marginalized youth to engage in this program. So we need to emphasize on this issue and invest in education. And we have inadequate technical vocational teachers also. So teachers is another crucial issues for addressing the NEETs education. And another issue is our infrastructure. We have lots of infrastructure in district and Upazila level in terms of technical vocational education. So we also emphasize on the learning outcomes because we need not, we don't have any mechanism to linkage with the job market. So we need to take investment. We need to emphasize on our teachers' education. We need to establish in remote area because most of the marginalized youths living in a remote area. This is it's okay.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shamson, for the response. Yes, it is very important, like how we can link all these things, the challenges, the obstacles they are facing to the existing technical vocational training centers, whether it is managed by the government or non-government institutions. The next question is addressed to Dr. Panpat. The question is, what are the indicators of being categorized as needs in your country in this regard in Thailand? So what are the categorizations of needs in Thailand?
Okay. This indicator that the report of EAF, I think it's report like internationally, based on general survey by UNESCO. They have some kind of indicator on that. But however, in our project, we strive to develop the deeper into the identity of these young people or youth people in this. By that, some of them like it seems like we know that no employment, no education or no training, but no employment. Some of them have to working, but the wage that not what I think what we can say. The circumstance of the work they utilize the lower wage worker have that. So in this, maybe some of you in this project, they will have to work, but that work is not give them more the income to survive in their life. Okay, I'm not sure that you got this answer.
Yeah, I think you have responded like a very good points to respond to the questions. At least there are two indicators that you have mentioned, Dr. Pampa. Thank you so much. Now we have another questions addressed to Ms. Shamson. This is like from your perspective, what are the most successful interventions to prevent youth from dropping out of the education system? So I mean, like you can share based on your experience, also based on the work that you have been doing with the partners, with the government and non-government institution. Ms. Shamson.
I think the most successful intervention in terms of preventing youth from dropping out the education system, we need to emphasize on the in terms of secondary education. Bangladesh government have introduced the stipend program. This is strengthening the stipend. So this the money provided is government is not sufficient for them because of out-of-pocket expenditures is so high in Bangladesh and commercialization education also. So we need to expand our stipend program to reduce the dropping out of education system. And another issue is we are always seeing as a coalition campaign, we need to provide the midday meal for students. Because of in marginalized, most of the student drop out from their voting system. And another issue is for girls' education. We need to work to school to work side. We need to see ensure their security and safety and school level also. This is another reason of dropping out from school system, especially for girls' education. And another segment of our society is disability. So we need to establish the infrastructure and recruit the teacher, qualified teacher, and all train the existing teacher for teach them, because most of the disability people are not going to school for this. So this is important. And another important thing is the allocation of budget for education. This is our motto.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shamson. Of course, it is very important when we have the budget allocations to support the education systems to ensure that nobody is left behind and then nobody has no access to the quality educations. So thank you very much for sharing your insightful opinion, also information with regard to the question. Now, the next question is addressed to Mr. Fandy from Ibu Foundation Indonesia. The question is, would you kindly explain more about structural and policy factor when you are mentioning about limited government support, slow job creation, and bureaucratical barriers? So there are three components when talking about the limitations from the government, also the slow job creation, also bureaucratical barriers. That's the first question. And then after that, you may also respond to the next questions. What are the platforms that you are using in enhancing youth skills, especially online learning? So, Mr. Fandy, you may respond to the first and the second question.
Okay, thank you, Mas Zakki. Okay, first thing about the first question, yeah. As I said, yeah, we have a lot of challenge, yeah, about the government support environment, and also, yeah, we definitely have several policies, national policies, but how the implementation? I think that's the big question. You know, Indonesia is a big a country with a wide geographically, and with the sometimes it's about the political will, sometimes about the difference between national government with the regional government in several provinces. And from NGO, yeah, usually we engage more to the regional government or province government at the or district government at the grassroots level. So that's more important than we engage with the national government, because we work on the grassroots level. I think our priority is as a local NGO is to engage in the regional government policy, like a province, regency, district, and maybe at the village. And the second question, yeah, to reintegration of NEETs, yeah, into the education system remains a big challenge. Yeah. Will many successfully re-enter a school to training programs? A significant portion struggles to stay due to the various barriers. But maybe research and field experience show that dropout rates remain high among those who have re-entered education, particularly in marginalized community. But what are the risk factor for dropping out again, yeah, when children already re-entered in school? First, definitely it's about the economic and financial constraints, yeah. And yeah, this is about the school fees, transportation, and learning material can still be expensive in several areas. And the other is about lack of family and community support. Yeah, we can see how the family support for the children and youth, and we also see the weak school engagement. Yeah, and yeah, we in my environment, there are still some school with the education model, yeah, may not align with the needs of returning student. Some of school fail to provide individualized support for integrated student. And also it's about the mismatch, yeah, between education and employment needs. Yeah, some youth see a formal education as not relevant to their career aspiration. Lack of practical skill-based learning makes schooling less filling, and maybe the last vocational training option are often limited, yeah, making youth feel stuck in the system. That's all from me. Thank you.
Mr. Fandy, there is a second question, like your organizations, what are you using enhancing your skills, especially for the online training? So do you have any platform that being used by Ibu Foundation?
Okay. Yeah, I said in my presentation that there is a learning management system, but in this project we have not have a learning management system infrastructure, but we collaborate with agency who have a capacity for creating the learning management system. So that's why we, as a local organization with our limitation, we can enhance our collaboration with other stakeholders. So that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fandy. Now, we still have the questions. Let me check. Okay, we still have the questions. Now, the question is addressed to Ms. Shamson. What is the learning assessment result of children or youth between 6 to 15 years, and how the basic literacy and numeracy skills is enhanced in different program, linking with vocational skill training and job opportunities? So these very compact questions from with regard to the basic literacy until the job skills and trainings and opportunity.
Okay, thank you. The government access the learning assessment after completion grade 2, 5, and 8, although showing very low performing in language, math, English, and science. And there is a lack of program intervention to address such challenges. For technical and vocational education, no such national level assessment yet. So we are facing difficulty here because Bangladesh have limited access to technical and vocational education. So assessment system is not developed in desired level.
Okay, thank you very much for responding the questions. Okay, now we have the question addressed to Dr. Panpat. So can you please elaborate more about learning management units, and then how do these units work?
Okay. As I say that, I present the project is lessons from the project that funded by EEF. So who are the learning management unit? They came from NGO government, and also some of them, as the slide say on that, they're like a teacher or lecturer or private organization. But how they join in this project, they will have to write the project proposal, some kind of that, and send it to the EF. So the EF will have like committee to consider on this again. And the 40 learning management unit in this project is mean they passing on that, consider on that process to join us. Okay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Panpat, for the question. So will participants, ladies and gentlemen, I think like we have covered all the questions addressed to our three beloved panelists today. So I would like to say thank you once again to the panelists, also to the participants. I think today we learned a lot. So from the beginning of the opening of the sessions, we learned like how we need to support the out-of-school youth education, out-of-school youth and adolescent girls, how they can have the access to the quality educations. And then from the presentations, we have like at least like I can summarize 3 points. The first one is like the existing education policies. So this is really important, like to have the education policies that really accommodate and support the education, especially in the out of schools education for youth and adolescent girls. The second one is we talk also about this like learning continuity. So in this we talk on like how we have these specific strategies and also the approaches, how we can engage with more and more young people to be part of the training or the activities that we are conducting. Last but not least, of course, this is very important when like the young people have already good knowledge about the basic literacy and numeracy. They need also to be strengthened, to be equipped with the skills, employment skills. So another two, they can like obtain the decent work in the future. So I think like from the three presenters today, we learned a lot how the interventions, how to engage young people, especially the out of school young youth and also the adolescents go to the any platform, digital platform or the training platform Another two, they can be strengthened in terms of the capacity and on terms of the skills, so they can like have a better life in the future. So once again, on behalf of the organizer, the Equitable Education Fund Thailand, and also UNESCO Regional Office in Bangkok. So we would like to say thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, dear speakers, for your active participation today. And then we wish you to join the next, the 14th series of webinars for the Equitable Education Alliance next time. So we inform you, and then please stay tuned in the website of the information on the Equitable Education Alliance, and then you will obtain all the information from the website and from the information that we are going to share later on. Once again, my name is Zakki, and then thank you very much for your participation today, and see you next time.